I'm Oregon Rimmer, and my undergraduate dissertation at Kent Sociology made a difference.
Hi, I'm Ethan Cleverly, and my undergraduate dissertation at Kent Sociology made a difference.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and my undergrad dissertation at the University of Kent made a difference.
I'm Shania, and my dissertation at Kent Sociology made a difference.
I'm Maisie, my undergraduate dissertation at Kent Sociology made a difference.
I wanted to look at how, in the age of social media, multi-level marketing companies often exploit the interpersonal relationships, especially amongst women. Women take up 97% of multi-level marketing companies, and I wanted to look at it from a sociological perspective because often it has been looked at from a marketing perspective of the ethical issues, but what is often omitted is the way that women in these companies are willing to damage their relationships with the people closest to them in order to make business.
Georgia chose quite a novel topic here, one that hasn't really been explored that much in the cultural studies discipline, at least. And she wanted to look at how MLM companies exploit and subvert female friendships through their pyramid scheme systems, and in particular how this plays out in the age of social media. So she undertook a media content analysis of 15 Instagram accounts and 18 further YouTube accounts. One real key element of her project that I liked was she illustrated her findings with images from the Instagram pages of women posing next to big cars and you know their very luxurious lifestyles, and this really made her project come to life and also made some of the points that she was making really hit home, I think, in terms of how these companies promote themselves through the work of these women.
Main findings were very interesting. I think from looking at these companies from a perspective that's quite under-researched, it was very interesting to look at the history of women's inequality at work and women's inequality in general in life, and how this has been manipulated by multi-level marketing companies. And because women have been so disadvantaged historically with work and business, these new forms of businesses will target them. They're like, this is a brilliant form of work. You can do it from home, because they know that women are centered around the family. So they'll be like, you can do it around your family and all this. But in the process, women also use social media to tear other women down, whether that's inside or outside of the company. I hope that when women are using social media for business, it promotes them to consider these companies and the damage they can do to their relationships with their friends and family in the process of trying to make business.
So Georgia overcame a few hurdles in her project, not least the fact that initially her work was too heavily orientated towards marketing literature, which is where a lot of multi-level marketing research has gone on. So I gave her feedback early on in the project that she needed to tailor her approach towards a cultural studies perspective, because that's what her dissertation was in. And I was really impressed by the way that she was able to sort of pivot and incorporate a more sociological angle, particularly focusing on how friendship and female labour are conceptualised, and she used this to reevaluate the marketing approaches to the topic. She went on to do an excellent job, I think, of drawing out key terminology that you would expect to see in marketing or business studies approaches to this topic, you know, boss babes, transactional friendships. And she then offered a new perspective on these ideas, you know, from a more cultural studies perspective. And I think that really added to her overall thesis.
During my research, I really enjoyed the actual research and finding the data and bringing it all together. I think the research and analysis chapter was my favourite. I also loved once it was submitted, like showing everyone the topic, and because it's quite a current topic, lots of people were interested in it and asked if they could read it. They said they were really impressed, and I think especially after, I was so happy to hear from my supervisor as well, to just the well done, your hard work's paid off, all the months of hard work, it does pay off in the end. I didn't realise it until about halfway through my dissertation and writing it, and I was like, this could actually be quite useful for what I want to do in the future. So I think I made the right decision.